All right, so I'm going to go over some temperature problems working with negative and positive numbers and negative and positive temperatures. So the colder the temperature, it can go below zero and we can go into the negative numbers or negative degrees. And as it gets warmer, it will be above zero, and we have Celsius right here and Fahrenheit here. In the United States, we mainly use Fahrenheit, but in science, you'll use Celsius sometimes. All right. All right, so we're going to start our first word problem. So one spring day, the temperature started at negative 10 degrees Celsius and rose 25 degrees. So I like to draw my own thermometer when we're doing word problems. And I always put 0 degrees because that just helps me. So there is 0 degrees. I know it's sloppy. And it said the temperature started at negative 10 degrees. So I'm going to write negative 10 right here. And then it rose, so I know I'm going to go up 25 degrees. So how much did the temperature rise? So it's only given me the temperature it started with, negative 10 degrees, and I'm going to go up 25 degrees. So I'm starting from negative 10, and I know to get from negative 10 to 0, I have to go 10 degrees. So just that distance right there is 10 degrees. But I still have to go 25 degrees, so I still have to go 15 more degrees. But right now I'm at 0, so I have to still add 15 more degrees to get to 15, and 10 would be 25. So if I add from 0, if I go up 15 more degrees, I am going to be at 15 degrees. And a positive 15 degrees. So how much did the temperature rise? Well, it went to 15 degrees Celsius, and that would be the answer to your problem. All right, again, what I wanted to point out is if the day started and it was negative 10 degrees and then it went up 25 degrees, you're going to start at negative 10 and go up 25. So here, to get to 0, we jump 10, and then we still have to jump another 15, because 10 plus 15 is 25 degrees, and we'd end up at 15 degrees. You could also do it kind of like an addition problem, a negative 10 degrees and a positive 25 degrees. Who wins? Positives win by 15, so 15 degrees. So if you're rising or falling temperatures, then you could actually treat these as an addition problem, or treat this as an addition problem. All right.
Brain break. You know what the juggle?
All right, here's our next problem. In the afternoon, the temperature was 15 degrees Fahrenheit, which I put right here on my makeshift thermometer. So the temperature was 15 degrees Fahrenheit and dropped 20 degrees by nighttime. What was the temperature at night? So we're starting at 15 degrees, and then we're going to drop 20 degrees. So we're going to go down 20 degrees. So what will the temperature be then? Let's see. So if I start at 15 and then I drop 20, well, just to get to 0, that is going to be going down 15 degrees. So I still need to get to 20 degrees, so I need to drop another 5 degrees. So I'm going to go below 0, 5 degrees. So actually, I will land at negative 5 degrees on our thermometer. So if I start from 15 degrees and drop 20 degrees, I will end up at negative 5. Do you see how 15 plus another 5 that you drop to get to -5 is a total of 20 degrees. So if we drop 20, we'll get to -5 degrees. So our answer is negative. It will be -5 degrees at night. All right. All right. This is our third problem. Janeri was in Colorado where the temperature was a -8 degrees Fahrenheit. She called her friend Alma in Georgia where the temperature was 68 degrees. What was the difference between the temperatures where the two girls were? So we need to find the difference between the two temperatures. In other words, the distance between these 2 points. The difference between -8 degrees and 68 degrees on the thermometer. It's always a good idea to draw your thermometer, or you can use a number line and put 0, your negative number where negatives go, and then 68, which is a positive degrees, and see what the difference is between these two numbers right here. All right, so we're going to look at our thermometer though, and I am finding again the difference. So I'm going to start at -8 and go up to 0. So that, to travel to 0, I have to go 8 degrees. Now I'm at 0. To get to 68, I have to go another 68 degrees. So actually, the whole distance is I travel 8 degrees to get to 0 and another 68 degrees to get to 68 degrees. So 68 plus 8, I add that up, and that would be 8 plus 8 is 6 plus 1. That's 76 degrees. So actually, the difference between the two temperatures, the whole distance in degrees, I'd have to travel 8 plus another 68, so a total of 76 degrees, and they're between the two temperatures. All right, last problem. This is like the one we just did. Corey was in Alaska where the temperature was -15 degrees Fahrenheit. He called his friend Jose in North Carolina where the temperature was 80 degrees. What was the difference, keyword difference, between the temperatures of the two locations? Notice how I say draw thermometer. You should always draw the thermometer, because if you're finding the difference between the two temperatures, you want to look at one and the other and find the degrees between the two. So we are going to start at -15 and go up. So just to get to 0, I have to travel 15 degrees. So then I have to still go to 80. So from 0 to 80 is another 80 degrees. So I'm going to add those together. 80 plus 15 is 95. So actually there's a total of 95 degrees between these two temperatures. From -15 to get back to 0 is 15. Then I have to go 80 more degrees. So 15 plus 80 is a total of 95 degrees. And that is your answer to the problem. The difference between the two temperatures of the two locations is 95 degrees. All right, hopefully now you can do some temperature problems on your own.